Can you see me?
No.
My video is on.
Yes, we can see you.
Yes, we can see.
Could at least one or two can open the video? Right. One or two can switch on the video? Hello? Can one or two turn on your video?
Yes, sir, I will inform. Okay. Can few employees switch on your videos for better interaction?
Okay. So now we understood. So what is yoga? So first thing is, before doing some asanas, first thing is you have to just remove your all your thoughts. The mind should be calm. That is why whenever you go to yoga or whenever you go to any workshops or anything, initially they will make you to do some dhyana or meditation. It is just to remove your thoughts. If I had to give an example, see, you might have seen this ECG graph. Okay, so it will be coming like this. Okay, if you see the ECG graph, it just the graphs comes like this. So your mind is also like that. For example, if you have come from your house or if you have come from your workplace, you will have different thoughts. So the mind will be showing the different peaks. So if you do the initial meditation, so the what happens is your mind becomes a linear or the straight line. So that has to happen to do yoga and to get a very good result. Okay, so let us do some simple exercises and I will show how to do chair Surya Namaskara. Then we will enter into pranayama. So another 20 minutes. Okay. So let us sit straight. So these are the simple exercises which you can do at the workplace. So usually clavicular breathing is very helpful. Okay. Usually your problem with your work style is always you sit like this. The chest will be curved and you always sit like this. If you notice for senior people, if you have noticed this the upper back, they would have got a bump. Okay, the upper back they would have got a bump where they cannot keep their head straight. They have to keep their head like this because they will be always working on the systems. Okay, so that is why these simple exercises will help to avoid or procrastinate that particular problem. Okay, so first let us do with the clavicular breathing. So clavicular breathing is just sit straight and keep your hands on your thighs, palm facing upwards. See, whenever you are doing yoga, breathing is very important. Okay, if you don't do proper breathing, it becomes merely a gym or the exercise. It never becomes yoga. Okay, so breathing is very important. Even forcible breathing also no problem. Do it. It will help you a lot. Okay, so keep your palm on your keep your hands on your thighs and the palm facing upwards. Clavicular breathing. So inhale, exhale. Keep it on your back. Then inhale, exhale. See, that sound should come. I think you are able to hear the sound. That should come. So, clavicular breathing, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, after each exercise or movement, you can take around 5 to 10 seconds of, you can do the normal breathing. Okay, that will help you a lot. Then keep your hands sideways, palm facing upwards. Palm facing upwards. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5 times if you do, it's enough. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release. Again, take 5 to 10 seconds of rest or the normal breathing. Again, stretch both the hands, palm facing downwards. Again, inhale, the wrist should touch. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release. Again, 5 to 10 seconds of normal breathing. Again, lock your fingers to the chest level. Okay, stretch both the hands. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, stretching towards your forehead level. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, stretching above the head. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Always you should try to keep your body straight. Since your chest and all, it is very flexible. It usually goes like this. So better always keep the body straight. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release, relax. Breathing is very important. Since already I had told you, breathing itself will calm down your mind. Chale vatam chale chittam. Remember that. Let us perform the chair Surya Namaskara. Wherever you're sitting, you can do the Surya Namaskara. It will have benefits. Okay? Some benefits. So usually it will have around 11 to 12 steps. Okay. So whenever you are feeling, you can do around 12 Surya Namaskaras or how much ever possible, try to do. Now I do only two Namaskaras. Okay. Hands and Namaskara Mudra. Again, Ekam, that is 1. Go back with the inhalation. Then exhale, bend forward. That is 2. Then hold your right leg, 3. Then lift your right leg, 4. Again, release it, Pancha. Again, stretch, back bend, shuttle. Again, forward bend with the exhalation. Sapta. Then hold your left leg. Ashta. Then release. Nava. Inhale. Dasha. Then Ekadasha. Dvadasha. Release. I show one more time. Okay. And Namaskara Mudra. Ekam. Dve. Treni. Chatvari. Panja. Shatu. Sapta. Ashta. Nava. Dasha. Ekadasha. Dvadasha. Release. Relax. One more fact. Actually, Surya Namaskara is not there in yoga. Okay. Actually, Surya Namaskara is not there in yoga. It is not mentioned in any of our sacred texts about Surya Namaskara. There is a Surya Upasana is there, but Surya Namaskara is there. It is not there. Okay. So in between, down the line when it is getting evaluated, somewhere it has got joined, and it is very easy, simple method, Surya Namaskara. That's why it has become very famous. If you say tomorrow to anybody, I'm doing yoga. If you say I'm not doing Surya Namaskara, then they say that no, you're not doing yoga itself. So it has become like that. Actually, Surya Namaskara is not there in any of the sacred texts. It is one of the loosening exercise. They say it is not a proper this one. That's why they don't have any standard method for Surya Namaskara. I think you might have heard there is a Singapore Surya Namaskara also. Just if you go through the net, there is a Singapore Surya Namaskara, there is a Sudarshan Surya Namaskara, that's Hatha Yoga. There is one more called as Hatha Yoga Surya Namaskara. In Hatha Yoga, Surya Namaskara itself is not mentioned, but they mention it as Hatha Yoga Surya Namaskara. So all these things is there. These are all just to market themselves, they do that. So keep this thing in mind always. That thing in that at least 10 minutes you should take rest. Okay. Just after doing asana, don't enter into the pranayama. Okay. You have to take 10 minutes rest because it will disturb your nadis. If you don't take rest, it will disturb your nadis. Your body should calm down and the nadi flow should be proper. Then only you should enter into the pranayama. Okay, so now another 1 minute we'll enter into the pranayama. So pranayama here is always what we are doing is it's a prana ayama. That means we are giving direction to the pranavayu. Okay, here for the layman language, pranavayu means we take it as oxygen. Okay, it is just for the layman. Okay. It is not oxygen or it is not air. Pranavayu does not mean that it is air. It is the energy in that particular system or particular air. Again, it is not oxygen. Okay, it is a pranavayu. Okay, so what we are doing, we are prana ayama. We are directing the prana in the body. That means we are giving directions to the prana. So why we have to do asana then? If you could able to do pranayama, see what happens is, imagine, I think you might have seen on report last 2-3 years back. From here, if you have to travel to Mysore, okay, it's around 130 kilometers. If you have to reach Mandya, it is around 78 kilometers. If you have to reach Mandya from Bangalore, there were 70 humps. So almost 1 kilometer, one hump. So what happens? Speed breaker. So what happens? Your vehicle will not pick up very fast because each 1 kilometer you have a hump. So the same thing happens in our body. So the nadis is the path of the pranavayu movement. You will have the blocks there. How you can understand whether you have a block or not? For example, you sit half an hour like this, or with the cross leg, you sit half an hour like this. What happens after 5 or 10 minutes? The body goes like this, and body goes like this. Correct? So it starts paining here. That is because the blockage of the nadis. Okay, so that has to be cleared. So that is why we are doing asana, and we are clearing that nadis, and we are allowing the pranavayu to flow properly. That's why after asana we will be doing the pranayama by taking a proper rest. Okay. So let us start with the pranayama. Again, before doing pranayama, loosening for the body is very important. Okay, pranayama loosening. For example, when you are doing asana, you will do the loosening exercise. For example, initially now before doing the Surya Namaskara, what we did is we did simple breathing practices that helps to loosen the body. So same way for the prana, the nadi system also you need some loosening exercise. So loosening exercise for pranayama is it is always the Kapalabhati and Bhastrika. Okay, Kapalabhati and Bhastrika. Kapalabhati and Bhastrika individually has its lot of benefits, but still it is a kriya. It is not the pranayama. Okay, so in the Bhastrika, sorry, in the Kapalabhati, so what we do is we do the exhalation through both the nostrils. We do the exhalation through both the nostrils. The count might be from 40 to 120. If anybody is starting initially, that means they are very freshers, better to start at 40. And if you are experienced, better to go for 120 rounds or 120 counts. If you do 3 times, that is enough. Okay, so yeah, it is a forcible exhalation where you are not concentrating on the inhalation. You have to keep that thing in mind. So you have to keep your body straight. So exhale through both the nostrils. Like see the chest. There is no movement of the chest. Only the lower abdomen should move. If you want, you can hold the lower abdomen and you can feel the movement. Okay, this is the Kapalabhati, that is using both the nostril. And there are 2 other types of Kapalabhati, that is the Surya Kapalabhati and Chandra Kapalabhati. So let us do Chandra Kapalabhati. So in Chandra Kapalabhati, what you have to do is you have to just close your right nostril and exhale through left nostril. Again, it is around 50 counts. I am doing just 10 counts, okay, because of the time restriction. So 10 counts I am doing. So left nostril. Okay, this is again after each count you have to take a deep breath and release. Then again Surya Kapalabhati. Close your left nostril, then do the exhalation. This is Kapalabhati. How many rounds you want, you can do it. Okay, that will help you to calm down your mind and try to close your eyes after each Kapalabhati. That is one thing. And next thing is the Bhastrika. Somebody has unmuted. Next is Bhastrika. So in Bhastrika again there are 2 types of Bhastrika. There are 2 types of Bhastrika. The type 1 is one hand will be above and other hand will be down. Again here also it is a forcible exhalation, but less movement of your stomach, but maximum movement of your chest. For example, like this. 10 counts. Now I am doing 10 counts. You can go up to 20 or 30 counts. Okay, this is one type. And the type 2 is with both the hands. Like Okay, this is again 10 counts. Okay, with both the hands. And there is one more type of again loosening. You can hold your hands in the Namaskara Mudra. Again, you can stretch. All three are active exhalations, okay, and passive inhalations. Active exhalation and passive inhalation. These three itself will help you to avoid the COVID, and it improves your lungs capacity. Okay, it improves your lungs capacity. That is what we are facing now. No, in the COVID time, the lungs get spoiled, our lungs is weak. So this is what if you keep doing this, your lungs become stronger. So all these three are the loosening exercise. And if you want to calm down your mind, the best one is the Bhramari Pranayama. Okay, Bhramari Pranayama. In Bhramari Pranayama, you can hold the Shanmukhi Mudra. Okay, if you know, you can hold Shanmukhi Mudra, or just if you just close your ears, that is enough. Okay, you have to close your ears. You should not listen anything from the outside. What you have to do is you should do inhalation, then close your ears, then exhale through here. You should feel the breathe here, and you should make a sound like humming bee sound, like okay. In this way, if you perform at least 5 to 10, it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot to calm down your mind immediately. This pranayama and this bhramari, it will help you a lot. And the other one is the anuloma viloma. It is very simple. If you don't have time for all these things, just concentrate on your left nostril. Take an inhalation. Like for example, inhale. Then hold, if possible, hold it for how much time it's possible. For example, 5 seconds or 15 seconds or 20 seconds. Then exhale. Okay. Then in the same way, so the right nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. One thing you should have that thing in mind, that the inhalation, the exhalation should be double than inhalation. If you have a 5 counts of inhalation, 8 counts of inhalation, then the exhalation should be nearly 16 counts. So that is how you have to perform the pranayama. So this is how. The first one is Kapalabhati and Bhastrika and that stretching. If you have time, do all the 3. Otherwise, do 1. Then Bhramari Pranayama. Here, if you are stressed too much, if your mind is not working, or if you are very dull, try to do Bhramari Pranayama. It will expand your mind. And if you want the freshness and all those things, better to do Anuloma Viloma Pranayama. This hardly takes around 5 to 10 minutes if you do it. Okay, 5 minutes or 8 minutes it might take. So in a day, I don't think it will be difficult to get 8 minutes. So these practices will help you to keep your mind calm, and again in this situation, COVID situation, it will keep your lungs very healthy. Okay, so that's all for now. So open for any questions.
What is the good time for doing these exercises?
Which one, sir? It's a pranayama or the exercise?
Exercises.
Yeah, exercises. See, always according to the scriptures, it is said that you have to do the exercise or pranayama morning, afternoon, evening, and night before you go to the sleep, according to the scriptures. But according to the modern yoga protocol, whenever you want, you can do. It should, only thing is, it should not be under the sun, direct sun. That is one.